We're here just another day at the office at our flagger here at the Can-Am Speedway. Randy Honeyman. Randy, I've worked with quite a lot of flaggers in the last 20 years, and you're one of the best that I enjoy working with. I think you and I have a good working I'm going to say relationships, I'm trying to say. We kind of lean on each other for help from time to time, and I use your eyes and you use mine, and I think we have a lot of fun, don't we?
We sure do, John, and I really enjoy working with you, but I'll tell you what makes it easy on me is the boys we have around here, and they give me a lot of input. Each of my cornermen are really good, and they let me know what's going on. Like I say, you from upstairs, everything helps out.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my third year as starter. I've been with Can-Am for about 6 years now.
Did you kind of want to be a starter all the time? You worked in the corners? What did you do before?
Yeah, I started out watering the track, and then I went to a corner at night, and then I made my way up here, and I really enjoy it. The more I do it, the more I enjoy it, and hope to go a little farther someday.
You know, I don't know if he could come up with the 10 basic rules of a good flagman or not. He's got to get along with the drivers. It's got to be his track. And my rule that I always have had is anywhere from where we're standing in this office forward is Randy's domain. And if he makes a mistake or something I don't agree with, I'm not about to say anything to anybody about it, and he does the same thing with me. Afterwards, when we get done, we'll talk and visit and see what we could have done a little bit differently. But from here on out, this is Randy's domain, and we just try to work with him the very best we can. Once in a while, he get a driver that's upset. He knows that maybe Randy is doing what he was told to do from the tower or what he saw fit. But if you people that would happen to hear the broadcasting over the radio between the group realize that there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of good thought goes into each and every flag that's thrown. Is that right?
That's true, John. You know, I think about the decisions that has to be made, and you don't have much time to think about them, but we try to go the right way with everyone. And like I say, you can't keep everybody happy, but...
No, you haven't got time to make a board of managers meeting real quick. You got to make a decision and be able to back it up, right?
That's true. Being consistent is the number one thing. Always be consistent. That's the big secret.
Consistent and having the respect to the drivers. Whether they agree at that particular time, they may come back a day or two later and say, hey, look, I was a little hot, I was wrong, or you were wrong, or whatever, but you've got to be in their respect.
That's right, and I feel I'm just gaining the respect of the drivers this year. They've shown me a lot of respect the most.
Okay, he's a good one, folks. Randy Honeyman, our flagger here at Can-Am. Okay, we're up here at the Can-Am Speedway. This is about our 4th week of racing. This young man has been with us each and every week. He started with us last year as his home up here on a Saturday night. We're happy to have him with us all the way from Constantia, New York. Donnie Dietz with his brand new Olsen Eagle. Don, you're probably just dying to get out there and try this thing, are you?
Yeah, it'd be the first this year.
You had in the car show in Clayton.
Yeah.
Now, was there a reason why it just wasn't ready for the last 3-4 weeks?
No, we've been waiting for the tracks to dry out and get smooth. We didn't want to run it in the mud.
Don't blame you. What about the old car? You still got it for a backup, or what'd you do with it?
We run that Friday night.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just dying to get into this one.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea what you're going to look for out there? You're going to go out, milk it for a while, see how it feels motor-wise, and start to put your foot into it and see what you got to do as far as stagger or adjustment? You think it's pretty well tuned in?
Hopefully. We're going to run it as hard as we can for how it runs.
Okay. When did you get the car done?
We got it last fall.
Okay. Now, as far as you yourself, how many years have you actually been racing? You were with Sabakas for a year or so, right, or a number of years? And
I started driving last year. That was my first year.
Okay. And you enjoy it?
Oh yeah.
Now, what do you do for work normally during the week?
I work for my father.
Right down there?
Bridgeport Metalcraft.
Okay. And go racing all weekend?
All weekend.
Attaboy, that's what I wanted to hear. He's up. He's looking to maybe Rookie of the Year. The kind of 121 of Donnie Dietz out of Constantia, New York. He's a good one. Okay, we're here in the pits, the 4th week of racing at the Can-Am Speedway with one of the local favorites and a real hot shoe. Steve has been a bridesmaid this year just about long enough. I talked to Steve earlier in the year, and he says, you'll be able to tell me real easy out there, John. I'm going to be the only narrow-bodied modified there is. The car's running good for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so far I'm pretty pleased with it. Had some engine problems, but just minor things.
You've been right there knocking on the door. Power seems to be there when you've had a call on it, so that's not a problem, I don't think.
Well, it's been part of the problem, but I'll take all the seconds I can get. And hopefully the wins will come after.
I got to ask you a question. I hate to ask it, Steve. You and I are buddies. Have you considered someday going with a wider body? Are you going to wait and see what happens next year with the DIRT dirt rules, or is that a factor in it?
By the 1st of July, we'll have a new body.
Really?
Possibly a new car, I don't know.
Okay, look at still Knisel, or?
Yes, definitely, okay. Yeah.
If you're happy with it, Bobby McCready, got you working with Knisel. You made your way. You worked in the limited late models for a number of years. You won. You started in the modifieds. You messed up a couple cars last year, too, didn't you?
Yeah, it's the same car.
Is it really?
Yeah, the same car. It's been upside down, inside out, ripped apart, cut apart.
Shot apart and missed and hit and everything else.
It still goes good, though.
It sure does, and it's an awful lot to do with the nut behind the wheel. This guy has paid his dues, and he started getting into the winner's circle last year, and it felt so good he's going to do it again in '89. And we're talking with Steve Roberts, the driver of the number 63 out of Watertown, New York. Steve, good luck to you.
Hey, thanks, John.
You
Good
bet.
luck to you, too.
You bet.